Let's call the meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. We can't make any changes to the agenda, but we still need motions, so.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Kate. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have one item for general business. Renee?
Yes, City Council is being asked to consider a request from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources to postpone their decision regarding the need for EAW for an additional 30 days. As you're aware, a citizen petition was submitted to the EQB. The EQB assigned the determination on the need for EAW to the DNR. Their current deadline is January 26th, and they're requesting an additional 30 days to make their decision.
Is anyone opposed to that? I mean, I don't see any reason not to grant the extension.
I have questions related to it, and I don't see, well, I guess I can look on my own computer too. I assume the DNR is not on, as far as we know. So, knowing that you can't speak on their behalf, I guess I'm just curious, did they give a rationale why they need the extension? Do we know if they worked on it at all over the last period of time, or?
They did indicate that they've received a large amount of information related to the request from various people, and they primarily, based on the conversations I've had with them, I believe they're primarily waiting for the additional information the city is to submit regarding our water appropriations permit. Our well log information, they'd like to review that along with our updated water supply plan and Niagara's water conservation plan before making their decision.
So that's the additional information that they're waiting for from the city?
That is the information that they have identified currently. However, if you will reference the Minnesota rules, it does indicate that within 5 business days of our agreement or consent, that they are to provide in writing to us what additional information they might need.
And they haven't done that yet?
They haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Well, and did they give us direction? And did they give anybody direction at the beginning of this process of what was requested and or required for this? I mean, when did we find out that they needed this to make this decision? I guess
Sure.
I'm frustrated that this, this is a typical state agency that will, ask for extensions. And I guess I wonder if they even looked at this, up until the last week or so. They're going to use the holiday as an excuse or whatever it might be. It's frustrating that, the information, the details of what they were looking for and needed hadn't been relayed maybe until the 13th of January, and now they're asking for an extension. I just wanted to go on record to express my frustration with the DNR in this process, if they haven't done anything, because that's kind of reading between the lines, probably what actually happened, unless they've requested stuff that we just haven't submitted, but it doesn't sound like that either.
Yeah, I can't confirm or deny your suspicion. I can confirm that the first time they contacted city staff was on Friday, January 13th, at which time they made a phone call, requested a virtual meeting, and we were able to talk through that they simply aren't in a position to make a decision at this time. So.
And if we don't agree to an extension, what happens?
If we don't agree to an extension, they default to requiring an EAW because they just simply haven't had the time, so they will default to the conservative position.
Any other questions?
Or the timer information, I should correct myself.
Josh?
And so we feel that the additional time there, I mean, is there another time frame that they could extend this again, or is?
And Andrea could maybe weigh in, but based on my interpretation of the rules, they upon agreement with the proposer, which it would be the city, they could potentially request additional time.
I would agree with that. They certainly could request additional time and then make the same statement that they would go to the default if they did not receive the additional time.
So can I just go on record to say that there's no way in heck I would want to extend this again? Like, they just need to get their crap together. They need to do what they need to do to make a decision and do their job essentially. So, it's frustrating that they haven't done that yet, so.
Are you opposed to granting this extension?
Not necessarily, I just wanted to make it very clear that it's
Sure.
just, they haven't upheld their end of the bargain, in my opinion. Now granted, there's things in statute and rules that allow for extensions to be made, and I get that, but, it's frustrating.
Understood. Any other thoughts? Okay, are we ready to vote on the extension?
Motion to approve a 30-day extension of the DNR's decision on the need for an EAW.
Motion by Bryce,
Second.
second by Kate, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Can I just
passed.
clarify to that motion, that would be 30 calendar days and not business days?
All right, motion to adjourn,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.